I just got this video sent to me, and I'm going to do a reaction, okay? And with this artist, apparently I just did a little bit more digging and more in-depth digging of who this artist is. Her name is Niykey Heaton. I didn't know who she was. She was just like a typical, I guess she's a R&B slash artist that's up and coming and want to get into the industry, but there's so many out there, so I didn't know. So this one said to me, I didn't know what it was. I just said take a look at it and see what I think. So I'm going to do a reaction. So I did look at it. Now I'm doing a reaction on her video, on this video, of why she went out of the industry, quit the industry because P. Diddy and what's his name, Kanye West. Kind of explains why her being one of the girls with Cassie, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, and her being an R&B artist trying to get up to the ranks. But when you get up to the ranks, you gotta do a little of this, a little of that, especially if you're a cute white girl that's trying to get into the industry and you're amongst powerful, rich men that are wolves in sheep's clothing, pretty much. So you come for what it is, you know what I mean? So, you know, if you want to get into the industry, you gotta play ball. That's just the way it works. But anyway, I'll play this video and I will comment in between. I'll pause in between and then I'll give you my commentary right after this. Okay there, ladies and gentlemen, so check it out.
That's weird. I have to...
Oops.
Immediately I felt like there was something weird, because you know, there's always drinks, there's always, you know, the vodka and the mixer is just like sitting on the table, but we walk in and immediately Diddy hands me a drink, Kanye hands Lauren a drink, and we're like, that's weird. Why are they serving us? And I don't like to drink. Like, I don't like alcohol. I don't like the way that it like makes me feel. It makes me feel sick. So, but my manager, since the beginning, she was just like, I know you don't like to drink, but if someone famous hands you something to drink, even if you don't want it, just like hold it and like pretend, because you don't want to seem rude. And I was like, okay. And it was like a vodka cranberry, and I was like,
okay. So right there, I'm gonna stop it. Niykey Heaton, someone in the industry, especially who's going to give you a ticket to have fame and fortune. You have to play ball, and if you don't play ball, then you're gonna lose your ticket ride. But with her, she seems like she wanted something without a little bit of this and a little bit of that from the other parties. So maybe she's just a little naive, or she's thinking because she has the talent and she's thinking that talent will blow up and become a superstar like Beyonce and other out there like Lady Gaga and Justin Bieber. It doesn't work like that, and I think she's got a little dose of reality on why her and Cassie didn't become the big artists that they are and become, you know, fame and powerful like Beyonce. But anyway, let's move on.
oh, gross.
Yeah.
And so I'm just standing there with my back against the console, just like pretending to sip this drink. And I'm like, I'm not drinking this. This is gross. And my manager was sitting across on this couch with Kanye's cousin, and then the other girls were sitting next to her. And immediately I was like, there's something wrong. Like, I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what to do. But I just like felt that there was something not right. But I didn't know what to do. I was 19 years old.
19.
Like, just left home a year ago, new in the industry.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I knew it.
It's usually that age, but sometimes even younger. Look at the other ones out there, like Justin. He was only like 13 or 14 years old, and man, did they use him and chewed him out. But her 19, she's a little bit older, but still 19. That's legal age in Canada, but just a baby in the stateside. So Yeah. Anyway, let's proceed.
There was something wrong, basically. And I was standing there pretending to sip this drink, and my manager was sitting across from me. And, you know, if you know about, like, my past and, like, us being together, like, she's very much reserved. And people would always say, like, oh, she's such a... It's like a resting face. And it's because she has, like, a severe, like, social anxiety. Like, she just wants to, like, sit in the corner and, like, tap on her phone and, like, not talk to anyone. So she's just very shy. And I see her across the room holding her drink. And it was weird because I noticed as I was standing there just kind of just like wondering what's going on, Diddy kept looking at me and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances. And I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. And I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink. And like, I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like to join in. And
hold up, y'all. Well, this is Niykey Heaton.
Okay, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Her name is Niykey Heaton, and apparently with her look, and she is 19 here with a dread, well, she is pretty cute, and young, and those are very impressionable for P.Diddy and Kanye West. You know, when you look at that, and you actually do your digging, I took my digging on Niykey Heaton, and man, Bad Intentions. She sang the song with Bad Intentions featuring Migos, and that was like 9 years ago. And I figured out, man, no wonder they were looking at her, man. You don't see too many white girls looking like that at the age of 19 with a body like that. It was bumping. So, you know, rich, powerful men, you know, take it to the top. You know, you're expecting a little of that. You know, you gotta play ball, and Diddy was probably looking at that, and you know, it's just the way it goes, guys. So, guys and girls, you know what I'm talking about, especially in the industry, you know, whatever industry you're in, especially entertainment industry, whether you're a singer, actor, even dancing on stage, dancers out there. I know a lot of girls that are strippers, that are dancers, that you know. And I'm not innocent myself. I did my fair share as well too. So I'm not an innocent party, but I'm just telling you out there. But you're in the devil's playground, and you expect to play ball. You play ball, but if you don't play ball, then it's gonna cost you your fame and fortune that you want to be. That's pretty much it. But you know, let's proceed.
Ye and Diddy with their manager Lauren. Know what about this here is very and extremely interesting, scary, and very strange. Now, I would love for you guys to listen her full story, fully and thoroughly, and also let me know your thoughts and perspective down in the comment section. Also, remember to drop a like and subscribe.
Okay, so that one, this guy's long entrance here, but yeah, he's doing a video as well too. So this is what Niykey Heaton looks like. But I dig deep and wide. She has a very good voice, R&B voice. She has the look. She has a full package. That's why Diddy was eyeing her. And you, like I said, you're in the devil's playground, man. You expect to play ball, or you won't get nothing at all. But anyway, let's proceed and listen to her story.
Subscribe, show some love, and no talking. Check out the rest of the clip.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like, there's something in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I, like, my manager was, like, across the room, but, like, close enough, but, like, not next to me, so I couldn't, like, whisper to her. But I wanted to tell her, I'm like, hey, don't do this. There's something wrong with this. But I couldn't. So I reach for my phone, and I start to type, and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands, and he's like, who are you texting? Like, you don't need to text anyone. Like, we're having a party. And I was like, okay. And he, like, puts it on one of the speakers. And I'm like, now what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do. And I see my manager take a sip, and I'm like, like, what do I do? And then I see her take another sip. 2 sips out of this little vodka cranberry cup. And I'm
2
like,
sips, and it's probably laced with,
what do I do?
you know, it's probably laced with GHB. And for those of you who wasn't a party scene, you know what GHB is all about. It's pretty much a sex drug, so it makes you do a lot of crazy stuff. It really does. So Yeah, but anyway, let's proceed.
2 sips, and I watch her face flush. And all of a sudden, like, I look over and she's speaking really loud and, like, making jokes. And I'm like, whoa, like, this isn't her. Like, she doesn't make jokes. She's terrified of people. Like, she doesn't even talk. And I was like, it's already hitting her. Like, 100%, I just knew that the drinks were all laced with something.
Yeah.
And she starts, like, almost being, like, belligerent.
Yep.
Not like a crazy way, just, like, really enjoying herself. And I'm like, that's not her. That's not her. She doesn't even want to be here. Like, this is weird. And all of a sudden, she, like, dismisses the studio host. She's like, you can leave. And I'm like, oh my god, like, what's going on? And the girls file out. They go to, like, a different studio, or they go somewhere. And I'm like, I have to do something. I have to do something. What do I do? And I go to get my phone where Kanye put it on one of the speakers. And as I'm going to get it, I turn and my manager's walking out. And I'm like, no. Like, where are you going? I'm already seeing people being like, this is cap. What do I have to gain? Let me just ask you, what do I have to gain? I'm in a farm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not in the industry anymore. I'm not filing a lawsuit, so I'm not getting paid. I'm not looking for clout, because who gives a about me? So why would I lie about this?
Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there. Why did I lie about this? Well, she could have a big payout. But if she's not lying about it, I could tell by the emotion, and she's saying it very clearly, and she's not adding this and that and saying ums and ims and that. So in the back of my mind and my gut feeling says she's telling the truth, but who knows, man, there are a lot of good liars out there as well too. So yeah, so fame, fortune, a big payout, but obviously not. Diddy's in jail right now, but Kanye's still out. We'll see what happens with that. So, okay.
It's been 9.5 years since this happened to me. Why would I? Let me go on. Whatever. Yeah, so I see her start to leave. And I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, it's fine, I'm just going to the bathroom. And I was like, no, stay. And she's like, it's right there, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And she walks out. And all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still, like, see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye. I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their shit.
Yeah.
And there's 3 other men.
Yeah.
An executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me. Alone.
Okay, there you go. 3 other men, rich, powerful men in the industry. They see a cute white girl, want to get into the industry. Apparently 9.5 years ago, she has this song called Bad Intentions. I was wondering why. When I dig deep, I didn't know who she was in this video until I dug deep in the video, and now I know who she is, because she's just like many other thousands of other girls out there that's trying to get into the industry. And she had a breakout song actually 9 years ago, which makes sense now. Diddy has preferences, and same with Kanye, and whoever the engineer is, obviously they focused on her, and looking through her body and the way she looks, I can see why. So she's caved in. She's telling her story, but anyway, let's proceed.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And I haven't started freaking out yet. Like, I know what the situation is. I know, I know this is a bad place to be in, but I don't really feel scared yet, you know? Like, because I'm like, there's other people around. There's other men around, and I know them. Like, I've known them for a while. Like, nothing bad's going to happen. And I'm standing there, and I realize that so this is, like, a pretty, like, sizable studio. There's, like, the glass doors, the couch there, a console, another console, the screen, all of that. But it's, like, it's pretty big, but you can still see and talk to everyone easily. And I realize that I'm standing really close to the exit, and it's a glass door, and it opens in. and I'm standing pretty close to it. And I realize all of a sudden that Kanye and Diddy have realized that I'm the only girl in the room. And they're like, their minds. And they start coming towards me, and they're like, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine. I'm fine like this. And they're like, come on, like, it's just us. Like, we're all just friends. Like, let us just, like, see, like, how you look. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And, like, I still haven't gotten scared yet, you know? Like, I'm still, like, this is a bad situation. I'm creeped out, but, like, there's no reason to panic. There's other men here. Hold on a second.
She's talking to other online as well too, so that's why she's typing very. she's typing fast. Holy cow! But anyway.
Yeah. So they're coming towards me, and I'm like, okay, this is. I don't know where my manager is. I don't know where anyone is. And they're coming towards me more, and they're trying to like take my clothes off, and I'm like at that point where I'm like, this is not good, but I'm like still trying to like play it off, just like, stop, you guys are stupid, like, get out of here, like, don't touch me. Like a little bit scared. Did this just freeze? Okay, now it's back. Okay, so let me just get to the point. So they start trying, like, they're like pawing at me, like they're both drunk, probably on something else, and I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I'm pretty much like backed up against the wall. Like there's only one exit, and I'm pressed up against this door, and I'm still not completely terrified yet, but I'm like, you guys stop, like stop. And they're getting to the point where they have like ripped my shirt off, and like I'm like almost fully exposed at this point, and they're both coming at me, and I'm like, you guys, like, seriously, this isn't funny anymore. And I look to my left where his executive is. Like, we know him pretty well. Like, we've been around him a lot. He's literally 3 feet away from me. Like, if I reached and he reached too, like, we could touch. Like, he's that close. And I look, and I'm like, hey. Like, I give that look where I'm just like, come on, like, step in, like, this isn't cool, like, you're a grown man, like, you're like 50 years old, I know you have a family, like, you know this isn't right, like, do something. And this is the part that, for as long as I live, I will never forget. It isn't actually the aspect of being sexually assaulted. That's not what haunts me. It's this. It's, as these two grown men were pawing at me, trying to take my clothes off, I look over to this man asking for help, and I literally mouth the word help. And we lock eyes. And he looks away. And I'm like, okay. There's 2 more men in the room. And I look to his engineer next, who's sitting right next to him. And I know that he's married, and he just had a little baby girl, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna do something. And I look at him next, and I'm like, okay, like, do something, say something, do anything. And he looks down at his phone and starts texting. And then I was like, oh. I look at Kanye's cousin next, and I'm like, do something, you know, like, do something. And he spins his chair around. And that's when that, like, gut-wrenching fear set in. And I was like, oh, shit. No one's saving me tonight.
Those are damn real tears right there. So that's a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain she's experiencing right now.
And that's when I was truly scared.
That's real. So she
at
has
this point, they had
a real experience with
ripped my shirt off, and they were trying to get my pants off. And I realized that I was completely alone. And I closed my eyes for a second. And I was like, God help me. What do I do? And as my eyes were closed, this is going to sound weird because I bet a lot of you are wondering, like, how the f you get out of this situation. My eyes were closed and I prayed. And I said, God, help me, what do I do? And it was like,
I'm so glad that she sat there and prayed, because the power of prayer really does work and help if you believe. If you don't believe, then it won't work. The best part is that she believed. In this industry, there is no believing in the higher power up, and if it's the other side around, it's the other higher power. But anyway, she said her prayers and she asked for help. This is where it takes a little twist in how the power of prayer is very powerful. Check it out.
like clear as day,
Yeah.
I heard this in my head. And it didn't make any sense. I heard, go towards them. And I was like, oh, great. The one time I asked God for help, Satan answers. Because why the would I go towards these two predators who are sexually assaulting me? Like, why would I do that? And then all of a sudden it clicked. My back was up against the glass wall. I could not go any further back. That was the only exit. He said, go towards them. They were already drunk off their shit. They were fucked up. So I lunged forward. I stepped forward. And it, like, threw them off balance. Like, they were like, oh, you know, and, like, they stepped back at least 1.5 feet. And the moment that they did, I reached behind my back. I pulled the door and I slipped out, grabbing my clothes.
Oh, wow.
And I ran across the hall,
No
across
kidding.
the corridor, and I hid inside of an empty studio that was black.
Wow.
And I sat there for like 20, 25 minutes, just like crying, like, what the do I do? And I'm texting my manager and she's not answering. And eventually, I don't think I'm supposed to say this next part because it could hurt her case, but basically, everything she thought is true, basically. Because what I saw next, I thought I was the only one who wasn't drugged. I was the only one who didn't drink their drinks, whatever. So I saw what happened next and who was involved. And that's why I'm a part of this lawsuit and, like, named in it. And yeah, it just, that, I mean, I got us both out, and I got us in an Uber, and she obviously didn't remember anything because she was drugged, and I wasn't. And apart from the aspect of, you know, looking for help and they turned away, the only other thing that really, really f***ed me is, what about all those other girls that were there? Those 9 other girls.
9.
Who were drinking the drinks before we even got there.
Wow.
Like, I know none of them got out. I know
That's a big party, that's for sure.
none of them got saved that night. And I'm like, did they even remember? Did they even know what happened to them? Moral of the story, stay out of the industry. If you have daughters, make sure to tell them that they're idols. They should never meet.
Yeah.
And should never go to the studio with anyone, even if you're invited there as an artist, unless you have a bodyguard with you. You know, I thought I'd feel better after telling that story, but I really don't. But I guess the point is that, I mean, the same shit happened with Cassie. As soon as she said what happened, no one believed her, and they gave her so much shit. And it wasn't until videos came out and more people stepped forward that people were like, oh, she was telling the truth. And I'm here to warn you guys that more people are going to come forward. So believe her when she's talking right now.
What would you all know?
Okay, so that was Niykey Heaton. So I punched in Niykey Heaton on spelled Niykee Heaton. So I punched that out, and I got one of her videos, and one of her videos is called Bad Intention, which is a very, very, very good song back 9 years ago, and I didn't know she sang that song. Now I see why Diddy has a preference, and that preference is Niykey Heaton at that age, at 19. We got 19, and you're looking like that, trying to get into the industry, and you're amongst rich and powerful men, which is Diddy and Kanye, now I can see why. So punching Niykey Heaton, Niykee Heaton, Bad Intentions by featuring Migos. Now I see why. I'm not gonna play it. Actually, I'll mute it so I won't get a strike and censored on BombTube. But I'll show you what she looks like in one of the videos. It's called Bad Intentions, and this is why right here. Niykey definitely has a full package that sells, and that means money. What means money to the executive is a full package, and Niykey Heaton has a full package that will make money for the industry, and also a little play toy for the rich and powerful. And that's just the way it is there, ladies and gentlemen. But my hearts and prayers go to her family, and to the rest of the other girls who are who've been a victim from P. Diddy and apparently Kanye West too. He ain't no innocent party, but no one is in this industry. So you figure if you want to play in the devil's playground, you have to play ball. And if you don't play ball, then you'd have to call it quits. And I think that's probably why. So anyway, hearts and prayers to her. Niykey Heaton, now I see why she got into the industry. She's talented, she's got the look, she's got the full package, and that means money for the production for P. Diddy. That's about it. Alright, that's my 2 cents there. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for sending me the video. I'll have more videos commentary coming very shortly. I just got to look through the other videos as well too. Then I'll give you my commentary, my 2 cents as well. Bye for now. God bless, Godspeed. Don't forget to hit me on my Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and I'll see you in the next video.